Yo, what's good, YouTube? Today I just wanted to talk about a few things that I feel like the player base relies on too much, and one of those things are the team ups. Team ups have been so heavily relied on in this game, like a lot, and half the time, I'll be seeing in some of my matches that if I pick Mag or something like that, there'll be a Gambit or a Rogue, picked right after it, you can tell when somebody doesn't play a character and how they perform during the match because I will literally see so many people choose a character off of somebody else's pick, and when you do that, it doesn't help. People rely too much on team ups in this game with how they go about things during matches because it's sad, especially with Scarlet Witches. You will see a Scarlet Witch just spamming somebody to pick Doctor Strange or something like that, or you will see a Storm begging somebody to pick Jeff and all these other things. But it doesn't really call for that. I just feel like most people need to learn characters more in this game instead of just relying on team ups. Like if you're going to pick a character, pick it because you know how to play it. Don't pick it because you see somebody else pick the character with a team up ability. Like that's so backwards. I don't understand that. Like, why do people do this in the game? Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Stop picking characters based off somebody else's picks and what they picked. It makes no sense. And then be wondering, oh, what am I doing? What's going on with the team? It's like you're playing a character that you don't know how to play because of a team ability. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. That leads to failure if you don't know how to actually play the character without picking it. And I remember when Jeff and somebody else, who was it? It was Jeff and somebody else. Not Jeff, Namor. Was it Namor and Hella? That team up still going. No, it was Namor and Luna, I think. When Namor and Luna was a thing, people were like, oh, you're picking Namor without the team up ability? What are you doing? That's so stupid. Why would you do that? I'm like, what? Are you telling me people don't know how to play Namor on his own, but with the team ability? Like, what? Huh? What? Or no, when Namor and Hulk was also a thing, like, oh my gosh, people would be like dogging on Namor mains. I'm like, what are you talking about? Namor is one of the best DPS in this game. He counters so many things. What do you mean? Why are you picking a character because you don't have a team ability? That's some people just know how to play a character on their own. Like, stop relying on these team abilities to win your matches. Another thing I want to talk about is alts. Oh my gosh. Not only is this like a player based thing, but also is also a dev and company thing. To where I feel like there's two things I want to talk about the alts. Alts. Some people will just throw alts out like this. Like they'll get alt instantly as people just throw them out, and that does not work. Half the time, people will be. Actually, there's three things I want to talk about alts. People that first thing I want to talk about is people just that spams alts. People rely heavily on alts too. That's the second thing I want to talk about with alts. People that second thing I want to talk about is people relying on alts. But there's three things I want to talk about with the alts. There we go. Let me clear that up and clarify that if that makes sense. And the first thing I want to talk about with alts is people relying heavily on them. Just like I was talking about with people picking characters with team abilities, people will pick characters because of their alts instead of picking it because they know how to play them. Y'all have to start learning characters. Y'all are gonna have to start learning how to play characters instead of just relying on team abilities and alts. People will literally pick a character because of an alt and then spam the alt that the character has. And there's been numerous amounts of times where people will just spam alts to where they don't have to think to what they can do to do better. during the match or something like that. Like sometimes you can really just hold your alt. I know some people some people hate to say that. Some people hate to hear that. Put your guns down, put your knives down, put your pitchforks and your torches down. Okay. Sometimes it is okay to hold your alt. You don't need to spam it every single time you get it. Sometimes if you get it and you see your opening, okay, that's fine. That is okay. But if you just spam it just to spam it, that doesn't sometimes that doesn't work. Been numerous amounts of times where I've seen people they'll get all instantly, and boom, it is wasted. It is wasted instantly, and then their whole team just gets annihilated when that alt could have been saved for another time. And not only do people like spam alts, but also I want to talk about how people will panic alt and let their alt get forced out. And panic alting is literally just you have no idea what's going on. You are getting pressured to the point where you just losing it. You're losing it and you don't know what to do. So you just throw your alt out, hoping it does something, and then it doesn't. Then boom, you wasted your alt, and now your team is in a very bad spot to where you're probably going to die. You're probably going to die, and then boom, the opposite team gets to another point. Things keep happening. You get to another point, and they win. And you lose because you're not picking certain points to where you should alt instead of just throwing it out there. There's been multiple times, numerous amount of times, where people were like, "Why are you holding your alt in my matches?" I'm like, "I'm holding it because I know certain points to where I can use it. Whether that is when I see an opening or to when I can counter another alt. And countering alts is one of the best things I love about this game. When I counter somebody else's alt, when I play mag and I counter like a healer alt, most of Cloak and Dagger it is so satisfying hitting a dunk on a Cloak and Dagger. It's one of my favorite things about Mag. Not only he's a great character, but his alt counters so many different alts. He counters healer alts like Cloak and Dagger, Sue's Invincible Woman's alt, Luna's alt. But Luna, one thing about me, I am so bad at countering Luna's alt. Like I mess it up so many times. That's one alt I cannot counter for the life of me. I cannot counter it for some reason. He also counters Ultron. What else does he counter? There's a whip. Oops. He counters. Who else? Who else? He also counter Loki depending on who he decides to mimic and copy. But also, other than healers, he can also counter Iron Man. He can counter. He can stop Rocket's ult. He can't really counter it, but he can stop it. He can just. But I feel like that's a waste of time and a waste of ult if you use it to counter like a Rocket Raccoon ult, unless your team's like really doing well. You don't have to really think about using max ult to counter somebody else's ult. Who else does he counter? He counters Punisher's ult a lot, and that's about it. But yeah, Mag's ult is really great at countering some different people's ults, and he also counters Star-Lord's ult. I think that's about it. And I think he can like destroy Adam's ult. I think maybe I haven't really used Mag's ult to like take down Ultron, Adam's ult before, but I think he can also take him down too. But yeah, the third point I wanted to make about alts is people using alts at the same time. One of the worst things people can do in this game is like use alts at the same time. Like if it's not two alts that really go together, like there's some alts that really go together well. Like some of them they do it for you. It's a team up ability, such as Storm and Jeff. They use it as a team ability. Who else? Oh yeah, Thor and Angela. They use it as a team ability. But there's like way more alts that go together. Besides those are being such as Strange and Scarlet Witch's alts, uh, Strange and Thor's alt, Groot and Thor's alt, Mag and Groot's alt, Emma's and Thor's alt, Emma and Mag's alt, Star Lord and Emma's alt, Scarlet Witch and Emma's alt, Namor and Groot's alt. You know, it's just some different alts that can go together. And while that is fine to use like two alts, that's the maximum amount of alts you should be using at the same time. Like there should be no reason that you're using three or more alts in one singular period in one single like fight. That makes no sense. It's like yes, you won that little battle for like a few seconds, but like when the team come back and respawns, they have all the more opportunity and value to come and stop the convoy or take over the point because you use all your alts in one like single span. So it'd be like let's just say that you use all like one team used all their alts, and another team they didn't use like any of their alts yet. They come back, they respawn, you're all fighting, boom, boom. Somebody alts like the back line, healers are dead, boom. Then the whole team is in shambles because then boom, DPS is dead, a tank is dead, then the other tank is dead because y'all have nothing to counter their alts because y'all panic alted all together, giving them value and opportunity to take y'all down. So y'all have to start using y'all alts better and stop using them when y'all get them. Like when y'all automatically get them, don't use them all the time. I know y'all hate hearing that, but y'all will have to start picking and choosing when y'all use your alts. Some alts, you know, they're okay to use instantly because you get them back instantly, and that is the part where I want to talk about the devs and the company as a whole. Because some ladies, Fantasy Studios, Guang, Xeon, y'all have to nerf some of these alts. Y'all have to nerf some of these alts. Not just the alts themselves, not like the alt cooldowns, because there's no reason that Cloak and Dagger should be having their alts in like a matter of a few seconds. Squirrel Girl getting her alt in a matter of a few seconds. Moon Knight getting his alt in a matter of a few seconds. It makes no sense because people, and that's why people rely on these alts to win the matches because they get them so fast instead of just learning these characters for what their basic attacks and their basic abilities can do. It is so irritating. It is so irritating. This whole game needs balancing out, but these alts are so. Ooh. These alts make me so mad. They make me so mad. Anyways, I'm just chatting now. So, yeah. To take away from this video, be careful when y'all use your alts. Correctly use your alts. Time them correctly. Stop using them when you automatically get them. Stop relying on them to win matches. Stop relying on team ups to win matches. Stop picking characters that you don't know how to play. And learn more characters. Stop one tricking. That's about it. Anyways, I'm just chatting now. So, thank you anybody who's watching this. Thank you for staying all the way through. Appreciate you. Hopefully you learned something. And yeah. I'll stream if you want to slide through on Twitch. Just vibe out. Playing Rivals. Vibe out to music. Whatnot. And yeah. I'm out.